Hello, everybody. The Robot Fighters here. And before we start, I just want to say that this video is a tutorial and not a review. So make sure to keep that in mind, okay? So I'm going to turn on the lights so we can start. There you go. Alright, so today, this video is not a sponsor, but it's basically like it's a tutorial, okay? Like I said, it's a tutorial, so the tutorial is how to unbox the brand new dragon that was released this year for Adventure Force. And I cannot say the name correctly, but here's what I'll do. I'm not going to put it in the title. His name will be in the description. Once you guys read the description below, you'll know his name. So be aware of that. So let's begin the tutorial. Now, to be aware of that, I'll show you guys how it looks out of the box. So basically, here's how it works. Basically, when you get it, you get the dragon itself, like this. And look at the face on it, as you can tell. You can see that like the face looks horrible. And like it looks kind of creepy. Then when you buy it, you get the dragon itself. Okay, spoiler alert, that's the sound it does. But first of all, I'm going to show you. We're going to take it off for a second. It comes with the dragon itself. And the batteries, after I do this tutorial, I'm going to give you some quick tips so that you could guys learn, okay? So here we go. So the batteries go here, but we're going to talk about that after we do the tutorial here. We're going to put this, and you get the tail, the dragon itself, and then you get instructions. You get this remote, and then you also get this little water bottle. And I'll explain to you what this water bottle is all about. So once we get to it, now we're going to do the tutorial. So here we go. Let me get the boxed one because this one is the unboxed one because I unboxed it in the car. But I want to make this tutorial just to show you guys how to unbox him. So give me a second. Let me get the box for a second. Give me a second. Here's the box. So here we go. Here's the box of him. And you can guys look at the back. Before we start the tutorial on how to unbox it, here's the back of the box. Okay? Pause the video if you guys want to read the back. Okay, he's like tilted, but what I'm going to do... Oh, he's backwards. Okay, that's why you cannot read it as well. But let me tilt it this way. Now you guys can read it really well. So let's keep it there with my hand. Right there. And now you can guys read the back. Okay? There we go. Now, let's learn about the tutorial on how to unbox this thing. Now, my way of unboxing this type of dragon is the following. You can guys see, unlike, it's like the Himalaya and the other dragon. I think it was called Vesuvius or something like that. If anybody knows the name, put in the comments. Because Himalaya and the other guy, which I think they were, I think they were released in 2019 or 2020. Their wings come off, and this is the concept of it. But let me guys teach you how to unbox it. I'm gonna tilt it this way so you guys see what I'm doing. Okay? You first do this, like you basically take. In my case of unboxing him, since he has this tie up here on the wings, but in order for you to unbox it in my way, is instead of cutting the twisty tie like these ties right here, you have to remove the wings. And I'll show you how. You have to pull it out. And once you pull it off, like so to speak, like that, you get that effect. So I'm gonna pull the other one off for a second so you guys see how it looks. Now that it came off, there you go. Oh. Okay, keep it there for a second. So we're gonna turn it back on. And now what I'm gonna do, now that the tie is off, we're going to put back the wings how they were before. So give me a second. This is how it actually comes. the wings tied up in a twisty tie. Now, after you do that, let me move the wing aside because we're gonna get to the wings in a second after it's unboxed. Okay, so that's how you unbox it from the top portion. Now, the next step is how to remove it from the tail. So you do this. I basically pull it off so that it's easier to remove. So let me do that for a second. This is how it comes off. So let me just aim it here. You can guys see how I take off that piece. So I'm gonna. Sometimes people pull on it. Some people just cut the twisty tie, but I just like to pull it off, so it's easier for me to. I have to pull it as hard as I can, so that it's easier. So hold on a second, guys. Hold on. Oh, there we go. Oh. Now here's the tail. We're gonna take this off. There you go. And now here's what the tail looks like. And I'm gonna give you after the unboxing some quick tips and tricks in using this, okay? Now let's keep unboxing this thing, okay? Now, step 3. How to take it completely out of the package since the feet are on the bottom. Well, let me teach you. So basically, you have to open it up a little bit from the bottom, but if you remove the box completely, it's not gonna do the right thing because you don't want to open up the full box completely because it's gonna damage it. So the way I want to teach it to you is rather simple. You basically flip over the box, and right on the bottom of the feet, there's these ties. These are called twisty ties, and in order for you to twist them like this, you have to hold on to this circular cardboard piece and then start twisting. As you twist, this pops off. Now, can you do the same thing with the other side? You actually can, like this. You unscrew it, and once it's unscrewed, you take it off, and then dragging comes off easily. Now, I already took out the water bottle that needs to be used for him when I was in the car taking him out, and this is what he looks like when he's out of the box. When he's out of the box, he looks like this. But let me guys teach you how to attach the tail. Look at guys learn. Basically, normally on the Mighty Megasaur, which is one that the one that rotates the head and that walks and all that. Well, this one is different because usually on the Mighty Megasaur, the older variants, you have to attach the tail because the tail has a wire, and that wire goes to the battery compartment. The next thing that they did now, oh wow, and the next thing that they did now with the tails is that you have to attach it and then twist it to lock it into place. But what they did with the fire breathers before is that they did the same thing as the original Mighty Megasaur. They actually decided to put the wire in here, then they have to attach the tail and push it in place. This one, Adventure Force, took it a step forwards. In order, first of all, I'm going to show you before we do this, before we attach the tail, let me show you how the batteries go, okay? Well, but before we do that, I'm going to teach you guys, after I show you the battery compartment feature, I'm going to actually show you guys how to unbox the remote that goes to him, okay? So be aware of that, and I'll be right there. Okay, I'm going to show you in him, in this one, because this one, I already realized how it goes. So I want to teach you guys how it goes, so you guys have an idea how the batteries go in him, so that when you look at it in the box, you might not get confused, because some toys, you might think they're in the bottom of him. You might think that they're in the bottom. You might think that they're like in his butt, like how it always aims. But this is different, because I've never seen nothing like this before. Basically, let me show you. You guys are going to notice on this, right about here, that the dragon right here has this piece. Now this piece is actually the battery compartment, which is on the inside of the tail. Now, if you want to take it out, there's this button. But I'm going to teach you guys how to actually take out the batteries. So basically, you're gonna need a Phillips head screwdriver, which is actually not, you're not gonna need a flathead. You're gonna need a Phillips head. Depending on the size, it'll work with it. But I recommend, let me turn them off for a second. So you have to switch it, in order for, I'm gonna switch them both to off, so I don't get distracted. So give me a second. Oh, that's the on mode. Okay, so basically, what you do is normally some toys, the batteries are in the tail and like on the outside of the tail, but this one is all the way in on this notch. So you unscrew it. So I'm gonna do it on the floor so you could guys see the results. Okay, let me just unscrew this a little bit so you guys can keep going with the dragon picked up. So I'm gonna pick this up and I'm gonna unscrew this. And now I'm gonna guys show you how the batteries go in him. Okay, so you can guys learn when you guys get it at Walmart. Basically, you take it off. And now the batteries, instead of being like how the tail has them before, this guy has them all in the same position. But it's the same position as the Glow Racers, Hyper Climb, and the Orange Monster Truck and the Hyperspeed vehicles by Max Action, Sunny Days Entertainment. But this one, they did it a little bit different because this one is in the same position. Let me show you. I'm going to take out the batteries in him. And now, once they're taken off, this is how it is. The batteries go in this position so you can guys learn it. So, if you guys look at the back, right here, they're all in the same position. Like right here, that's how the position is. Instead of going one here, and one this way, they go in the same direction. So they decided to change a little bit of the spring layout. So now, once we attach the batteries now, like this. There you go. And then we're going to attach it nice and easy. Okay? If I find it, that is. Now, once we finish it off, I'm going to give you some quick tips and tricks in using this, okay? Once I do this. Give me a second, guys. Alright. Alright, so there you go. Now, to attach the tail, it's kind of simple to do. What you do is you basically have to make sure that this notch is facing up. So normally people have difficulties, but our guys teach you. You have to align it in the middle like this. Normally people have difficulties trying to put it in like this, but I had the right result. So you have to put it this way. See, when it's twisted like this, it doesn't fit. So you have to aim it like this. And once you fit it, it locks into place. Then you're ready to go. And now, to attach the wings, these notches right here on the top of the dragon are basically the pieces that you use to attach them. So this is the right side, okay? We're going to attach, and we're going to make sure we get it just right, okay? This is how the dragon looks. And now for the wing attachments. You basically have to do the same thing as you attach a wing for a McDonald's toy dragon. So we're going to do that now. And give me a second. I'm going to do it off camera so you guys notice it. So give me a second. There we go. All right. There we go. All right. And now be aware that when attaching it, you need to be careful that the wings are not crooked. Because if they are, it doesn't stay like how it normally should. So I'm going to attach this. And you'll notice what I'm talking about. So give me a second. If the wing is this way, it's not going to be well. So if you attach it this way, it has to stay like how they are. So let me show you the results. They're attached. Now look at it now. You can guys see that this is how they look. And now, I'm only going to do try me mode so you guys see how they move. So I'm going to press it. You guys see, this is how the dragons move their wings. Like that. And now, once they're in place, with everything in, you're ready to play. But whoa. Oh wait, that one went off. So that one didn't move because the try-me mode was not activated. And once I let them be, I'm going to demonstrate to you how to unbox the remote, okay? Alright, let's let them be. Hold on. Alright, so there you go. Now, to unbox the remote, if I can find the box, here it is. The remote is actually, this is how you notice it, because if you look right here, this is where the remote is. If I can aim it that right. So, right there, it's a remote. To unbox it, you'll notice that it's the same deal as the dragon's feet. Now, to unbox it, you have to twist these, instead of just breaking it free, you have to twist these out. And once it's off, like this, and when it's ready, and once that one is ready, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. And once you take it out of the box, like that, now you're ready for the remote control. Now, for tips and tricks with this thing, be aware that when you're about to play with it, some of these dragons, when you get them at Walmart, their on-off switch is going to be hard to move. But this one right here, the switch is easy to move. So let me let you guys know that. Tip number 2. When you're ready to make it do its fire breathing mechanism, you have to make sure you fill it up towards the fill line, because there are times that kids fill them up to the maximum level for, like, to the highest level, and it doesn't shoot the smoke as well because it's extremely full. And now that's the trick on this. Another trick is make sure that the batteries don't go in different directions, because you guys will notice that when you guys open up their battery compartments, their batteries are in the same direction, even the ones in the bottom and two on the top. And now to just like these, I'm going to show you guys how to put the batteries in these remotes, okay? Pay attention closely so you guys learn. This is the back of the remote. And now, why am I doing this? Let me guys show you why. What I'm going to do is I'm going to unscrew this, and you'll notice what I'm actually doing here. I'm going to start off by unscrewing this cap right here. And now, once it's unscrewed, you do this. You insert you have to let the screw touch the screwdriver, so it's easier to unscrew. So give me a second, guys. Now that I'm unscrewing this, like that, that is ready. And now we're gonna pull this. There you go. Now the battery compartment makes me wonder that if it's the same thing as the remote controls for Himalaya and the other guy. So what we're going to do is attach them, as I always do, like that, like that. And now, this remote is infrared. Just to give you a heads up, it's actually infrared. So you guys need to be aware when buying it. It's not like, this is infrared, so it has to be pointing to the dragons. So I'll show you how this toy works in a second. Now, what I'm going to, even though I only want to try one remote to see if I can control both of them, then that's the point of this video. So first of all, I'm going to do this, like so, like that. Okay, give me a second. See if I can actually do this. Give me a second. There you go. And now I'm gonna do this off camera because I'm gonna test to see if it'll actually walk with one remote, or it will actually not function as it's supposed to do, even though I only have one remote. Because normally now toys, they did a few changes, because usually when you're using a toy and if you have two, it can only be controlling by one remote at a time. But beforehand, they used to control both of these at the same time with one remote. So let's see if this one does that too, okay? Now that they're both in the on position, it's going to be searching for its remote. And now what I'm going to do is turn it on. And let's see how it works. Whoa! Whoa! It gives him a heads up, so let me turn it on again. Now if I press this button, whoa! Whoa, it does walking! Both of them at once. So I'm going to do this. So what this does is that when you hold this down right here, basically both of them will do the flying technique. Now, here's the walking sound. Let's see how the walking sounds, because I pressed it a little bit and it did a stomping sound. Let's listen. And unlike Himalaya and the other guy, they don't you have to hold down the button for that. But for these, for the wings, you do not hold down the button. Now for the smoke show, you basically press this one. And there it goes. Which is neat. And that's neat. So that's how it actually works, which I kind of thought it was going to be stranger than before, but I was wrong. This is like so neat. And just to give you, I had to do it off camera because on this mat right here, it will not move like how it's supposed to move. Now, later on, I'm gonna actually do this. It says this remote, I'm not gonna use it at all because I can't actually control both of them, because I kind of thought that I couldn't, but I could. So what I'm going to do is open this compartment up. So once I open it, there we go. And now I'm going to compare it to the previous Dragon's remotes that were beforehand. So here it is. Here's the Himalaya and the other Dragon remote. So let me put this back because I want one with its compartment with it. So here's a Himalaya and other Dragon remote. As you can guys see, it's in the shape of an egg. And this one is in the shape of sort of a fossil. Yeah, sort of a fossil. That's what it actually looks like. So that's what it is. So just to give you a quick tip. Do not use this. Like, here's another tip for you guys for at home when you guys are owning it. Do not use this in sunny areas. Now, the reason why I say this is because it's infrared, and even though it cannot be used in the sun, since it's infrared, the sun will be covering the infrared sensor on the Dragon or the remote, and it's going to have a hard time recognizing the remote because, like I said, it's in the sun. Now we're going to flip it to off. This one. Now, I'm going to basically do this. Unscrew this. And now that it's unscrewed, we're going to put the batteries in here. And I'm wondering if this actually works with the new Dragon. And then I'm going to do this. Connect it. And now we're going to turn it on to see if it works with it. And I'll let you guys know. Nope, it actually doesn't because it's a different frequency, as you can tell. But let me show you the differences. If you press this one in front of this, it's not going to do its thing. However, if I use this remote right here, which I'm going to activate it right there. That's how it works. So it does that stomp, it does that wings, but then it actually breathes that smoking effect for real dragons. That's how it actually works. So, oh, whoa, that was so scary. So if you guys have any questions on this toy, feel free to put it in the comments below. And then before I go, let me just tell you guys this. He is actually at Walmart, and he's actually located in the remote control toy section where you can find cars, motorcycles, and all that. But that's where he actually is. He actually is there. Now remember, before I go, just to give you a heads up, his name will be written down in the description below this video. I'm just going to say that, okay? If you guys have any questions, feel free to do so, okay? Have a great day, and see you guys later in the other videos that I could see you guys later, and I'll see you guys in the next video.